So here we have another lab 4 of environmental engineering. The lab is to determine the concentration of sulfate ions in water sample. Sulfate. First, we will discuss what is sulfate. Sulfates occur in natural water at concentration up to 50 mg per liter. Concentration of sulfate up to 1000 mg per liter can be found in water having contact with certain geological formations. Example, gypsum reserves water from pyrite quarries. Increasing atmospheric pollution also increase the concentration of sulfate in rainwater. Its practical significance, practical sulfate determination is important in oil field applications where two or more water are mixed. The determination are also important to monitor the scale formation due to high concentration of sulfate along with the barium, calcium and strontium in heating and cooling tubes. The equipment used in this lab experiment is spectrometer, conical flask, measuring cylinder, pipette, beaker, magnetic stirrer, and the reagents are buffer solution, barium chloride, standard sulfate solution, water samples, distilled water, sample cell. What is the procedure in this? A preparation of a standard curve. For that, we need transfer the following amounts of a standard phosphorus solution in 500 ml volumetric flask 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 10 ml. Dilute standard solution up to 50 ml mark with distilled water. Transfer the diluted standard in 100 ml conical flask. Add 10 ml buffer solution. Add a spoonful of barium chloride crystal. Mix it for 1 minute. Then read the absorbance at 420 nanometer against the blank. Plot the standard curve on graph. Concentration of sulfur oxide, that is sulfate SO4, is in standard solutions. Versus absorbance, that is x-axis would be the sulfur SO4 solution and the y-axis would be the absorbance. Then determination of sulfate in water sample. Take 50 ml of water sample into a conical flask, add to 20 ml of buffer solution, add a spoonful of barium chloride crystals, stir for 1 minute using stirring apparatus or by hand, measure immediately absorbance at 420 nanometer. Here we have the observation chart, and we have the standard graph the and we have calculation and the formula of sulfate concentration multiply by 1000 to convert into the standard units and divided by the final volume of solution, that would be in ml. Here we can easily find the sulfate in the water sample, and we are done with the lab session. Here we have certain factors to discuss. As we discussed, that concentration should be on the x-axis, absorbance should be on the y-axis, and by using Beer's law, we will calculate different readings on different ml points. After that, we will analyze the concentration by using the formula. In this lab, we will discuss about the equipments, that is conical flask, volumetric flask, magnetic stirrer, beaker, and magnetic beads. All these three would be very helpful for us to determine our further lab, and we discuss about the practical significance. Here one thing is very important to estimate, that practical significance is itself a very difficult task in the lab session. Sulfate determination is important in oil fields application where we found oil, we do sulfate determination or mixed with the water thing. The determination are also important to monitor scale formation due to high concentration. We can measure terrains with the high sulfate sulfate present in that, we do that. So here we have multiple things that we can analyze. And what is sulfate? Sulfate occur in natural water at concentration. Like water do contain sulfate particles up to concentration of 50 milligram per liter. Increasing atmospheric pollution also increase the concentration of sulfate in rain. So this is the major part of this lab. So we'll discuss another lab in the next video.